Section 5.1, question number 7. Graph the following. Find the vertex, the axis of symmetry, x and y intercepts. Give the domain and range and find where the graph is increasing and decreasing. So in order to graph the quadratic function, this quadratic function, we will need to find the vertex. So that is the first thing we're going to find. So in order to find the vertex, we're going to find h and k. H is equal to negative b over 2a. And by looking here, we can see that a is 1, b is 6, and c is 5. So h is equal to negative 6 over 2 times 1, which is going to give me negative 3. So h is equal to negative 3. To find k, k is basically f of negative 3, which is negative 3 all squared plus 6 times negative 3 plus 5. And this is equal to 9 minus 18 plus 5. This is negative 9 plus 5, which is negative 4. So the vertex is negative 3 and negative 4. The next step is to find the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry, x is equal to h, which is in this case negative 3. So this is the axis of symmetry. To find the x-intercept, we need to set the equation x squared plus 6x plus 5 equals to 0 and then factor. So if I factor that, I will get x plus 5 and x plus 1. The product is 5 and the sum is 6. Now I will set x plus 5 equals to 0. That will give me x is equal to negative 5. And I will set x plus 1 equals to 0, and that will give me x is equal to negative 1. So the x-intercepts are, I'm going to say x-intercepts here. Are negative 5 and 0, and negative 1 and 0. To find the y-intercept, we set x is equal to 0, so we get y equals 0 plus 0 plus 5. So the y-intercept is 0 and 5. I can now graph, and then I will find the domain and range. So the first step is to graph the vertex, which is negative 3 and negative 4. The x-intercepts, which are negative 5, negative 1. And then we're going to graph the y-intercept, which is 0 and 5. And now we're going to graph. Make sure it's a smooth curve and not lines. And now I'm going to graph the line of symmetry, or the axis of symmetry. X is equal to negative 3. And now I will find the domain and range. So the domain, we know that the domain for quadratics are negative infinity to positive infinity. We don't have any denominators. We don't have any square roots. So that is the domain. The range, the lowest number, which is negative 4. So it is from negative 4 all the way to positive infinity, decreasing on the interval from negative infinity to negative 3 to h. And it is increasing on the interval from negative 3 to positive infinity. So that is how you answer this question. You can label the points, but you don't need to. The most important part is the work has to be done exactly the same way.